Hi everyone, Tim from Columbia 300 here. We're back with you today to talk about a brand new release, Pro Performance release. That's an exciting follow-up to one of our popular releases last year, the Ricochet Return. This is a hybrid version, so it's going to give you a little bit more traction and oil. And to display that today, we're going to have a lot of bowlers come out, throw on two different lane patterns. We have a sport pattern as well as a house pattern. And our first tester is going to be Mike Dole. Mike, why don't you come on in?
Good morning.
We have this ball drilled up for you.
Yeah.
You're throwing a couple shots, getting warmed up. So let's kind of see how you do with it out in the lanes. Okay, so very first shot there, you see pretty good mid-lane traction. You remember the Ricochet Pearl from last year.
Right.
Very shiny ball, very clean cover. This is just a hybrid version of that cover, so that's going to give you a little bit more of that mid-lane traction. And I think we saw that in that first shot. So let's see a couple more here. Pick that up for you. So the pattern we're bowling on today, it's kind of the high school pattern that the Michigan High School League, the whole state of Michigan kind of uses. Okay, pretty good shot there. Kind of walk us through when you throw this next one.
Okay.
Walk us through kind of where you're setting up,
Okay.
where you're targeting. This pattern, I believe, is about 40 feet.
Okay.
So take that into consideration when you're lining up.
Yeah, so that last shot there, I was sliding roughly, would roughly be about 28, just kind of targeting like which would be the rangefinder down lane. That feels very flat from practicing on it. That's very quick. This is an original and lane install as well, so there's really high friction, which I think that's good for this ball because it's a little bit smoother, not as quick as say the original Ricochet would have been. So that one still kind of went behind it, I think, because it's still clean, a little shiny. So I'm gonna move a little left and try and keep it, not throw it, because if you get too far left, because it's flatter, it's
gonna just
it
fall
misses
off
the
cliff.
head pin. So.
Okay.
I don't know if that's the oil or carrying down a little bit from the practice. It's just starting to smooth out a little bit. Where when we first started, it was really jumping off of it.
It just seems like it's the zone of the lane that you're in, and it could be just where this bowling center forces you to stand. It just seems like you're really close to where that OB is.
Yeah.
So the trick there would be either try and like decelerate a little bit, try and get the ball to pick up right before that hang, or try and square up a little bit. So what would you feel more comfortable with?
Generally with speed, I'm gonna go a little bit further left and use my speed. Me slowing down is not really my particular favorite.
Yeah, I mean, it can kind of get you out of sync, and your natural time needs to be a little bit firmer.
Yeah.
So.
And this lane could be a little bit more tight, obviously lane to lane, where this lane felt like it hooked more down lane. This one doesn't feel like it's as sharp down lane as well too. So yeah, we're gonna go two more back left and see if we get where we need to be. That first shot we threw, that hook might have been just a little bit slow, just hadn't thrown a shot in a while.
After the break.
That should be a little bit closer there.
Yeah, much closer.
Yep.
So compared to how you felt like, because you threw the Ricochet Pearl a lot,
right?
Especially bowling league in town here where the centers tend to have a little bit more friction.
Yeah.
How do you feel like this one compares to how you threw that one?
This one's definitely smoother. I generally feel like the Ricochet was super clean and needed way more friction, especially with my ball speed. Where this one, I feel like it's going to pick up. I haven't touched the surface on this one.
Yeah, I know you did break the shine on that original.
On the original Ricochet, right? So in theory, I'd probably do the same thing as well, just because the cover is a little bit cleaner. But I think the stronger cover might make it pick up, because it's definitely picking up where I needed to pick up. Where the Ricochet, I needed help for it to pick up because of how clean it was.
Got through like glass, right?
Right.
And this one, you could see it trying to traction more in the mid lane.
Yeah, it definitely.
Part of that comes from that hybrid cover, as well as anytime you have white in the ball, the white's going to act almost like a friction enhancer too. So
yeah, you almost feel like the white ball, the white pigment always makes it pick up a little bit sooner. Like that's pretty good.
Better. Messenger, hey. So that was pretty good there.
Yeah.
And definitely that seems like the right move for you.
Right.
Being a little bit firmer.
Right.
Trying to move a little bit further to the left and squaring up a little bit.
And I feel like I could probably, if I move right, I definitely have to gear my speed down and be a little more consistent on angle-wise. Because like I said, the one shot I got it softer, but that way, and it never hooked.
Yeah.
So like I said, I could try and gear down. See what it does.
Just a little bit. Throw a shot or two. Just trying to move a little bit deeper and gearing down.
Yeah, so we'll go back to kind of where we started, which is going to be about 6 right, But we're gonna try is the key word. We're gonna try and gear down here, make Bill happy.
That's definitely slower. Man, yeah, nice, the old 810.
Yeah.
So, but
yeah, you can see like it really still has continuation.
still
If
has
I can
a
let
lot
it
of
hook.
drive
Yeah.
to the pins. So
Yeah.
that's kind of where we wanted it to be. We wanted to have that nice, stronger finish and continuation like that original one did.
Yeah.
We just wanted to pick up just a little bit sooner.
Right, and I definitely see that. I feel like this one I can use more with my, especially bowling on a harder pattern. I'm never going to want to start that far right with slow speed because the righties are going to go that way quicker.
Yeah.
So I try and keep as far left to stay out of their traffic as much as possible. So I wouldn't necessarily do that ever. So, but you can definitely see the more continuation and not as jerky of a shape as the original black one.
Yeah, and like once it gets going,
Yep.
it's gonna keep going.
Yeah, I
just
feel like
has
it
to
will.
get started,
Yeah, it doesn't
you know,
miss it as much as the black one did unless you let it hook.
Okay, so when this comes back, why don't we head over to the house pattern pair?
Okay.
And we'll kind of see how it does in that environment.
Okay.
Throwing a couple shots on the sport pattern, do you feel like this is something that you would use when the lanes are fresher or more when they're broken down, being a lefty and less traffic on that side?
Definitely more broken down a ball for me. Usually on a, that pattern's fairly flat, so I'd probably use something a little bit smoother, like a pulse maybe with some lane shine, not a dull pulse because I felt like it'd be too early on
probably
this.
too early, especially
But
in
yeah,
the surface.
this would be a later in the day, or if we put some surface on at the start to blend it out, or like a slower, responsive layout maybe.
Okay.
But theory, no. Theory would be a pulse.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna move 4 left of where we finished through the slow shot on the sport pattern.
Yeah, and that was ideal.
Yeah,
No,
that was ideal.
perfect.
Yeah.
So you still see that strong mid lane roll.
Yep.
But you're taking advantage of the friction that's out there on the outside of the lane
Right.
and letting the strength of that cover kind of give you a lot of drive to the pins.
Yeah, and when we did the Ricochet video here before, I was probably another 2 left because of how much cleaner it was and needed more friction to hook, where this one picked up where I needed it to see it to go through the pins.
Yeah, I don't know if you could draw a ball motion any better than that. You saw how strong it finished through the pins and left the pin deck behind the 9-pin. That tells you you're getting a good angle. So.
And the color swirl kind of helps you tell you when you throw it good and when you throw it bad, because it's where the white goes. So
yeah, some people don't like to see all that stuff, but it is beneficial to watch your ball and kind of look how the colors are swirling. It tells you what your ball's doing.
Yep. So like that one got a little left, but it still picked up where it needed to.
Strong enough cover to not super bounce off of it, but still give you good drive.
Which is ideal on house patterns. You don't want it to be too quick off of it, generally speaking, because then it gets too erratic and inconsistent.
So let's see you throw one more.
All right.
Let's see if we can kind of end on a triple. Ooh. That's kind of what we do in ball testing is when we're picking balls and say, okay, which one do you feel like you could throw a 3 strikes in the 10th with? So have you touched the cover on this one at all?
Nope. I threw it for our product specialist test, so that was probably about 10 shots, and then the 15 shots this morning. So.
That's a little bit better. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't usually touch the surface until we're able to throw them in league and stuff because we're trying to see what it really does to the consumer.
Right.
We don't want to mess it, change it too much when we do stuff like this.
Most consumers don't mess with their surfaces, so we do want to test enough. Right. That is the one way that you can really dial in the ball motion for you and give you the best of what you need. So we saw some really good ball motion today.
Yeah.
Both patterns look pretty good. Yes, you need to be a little bit firmer, a little bit closer to the edge on the sport pattern, but definitely over in the house pattern, it gave you a really, really strong drive to the pins, great motion, good continuation, good back end.
Yeah.
So do you have any final thoughts?
No, like I said, I think this one's going to be more of a all-around shape versus the Ricochet, where I felt like the Ricochet was really clean and whippy. Like it was a really designed motion, where this one's going to be more of a versatile because it's still clean, but it can give you with the white, that pigment, it kind of gives you that pickup in the mid lane where some of the guys that throw it hard or high rev rate guys are going to like it a little more, so it's not as erratic.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a lot more user-friendly than what the original Ricochet was. Ricochet fit that need or fit that target. It was clean, really strong off the back end. This one's going to be a lot more user-friendly, more usable for the masses, where people are going to see that stronger mid-lane traction and give you a lot more motion.